Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
You know, Shane Hinton, I've always been tempted to go up there to New York to visit that, but I don't know if it's going to be 5 degrees there or 55. Here, I kind of know what to expect.
Right, it's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
I feel like with how packed they are all together, you do stay a little bit warm, just like penguins huddling together. But you're right. We're not going to have to worry about shivering or even having to be playing a curiosity game as to what our forecast is going to be like. It's going to be very seasonable for us, but we could see a few showers sneak in for New Year's Eve ahead of a cold front that'll swing through and bring in some chillier temperatures for the beginning of 2025. But just once again, as a reminder, we're already tracking some fog moving in from the Gulf of Mexico and going to be pushing inland overnight. That's why a dense fog advisory is in effect until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Visibility could drop down to about a quarter of a mile or less for some spots, so don't forget those low beam headlights if you do end up interacting with any fog. Tomorrow, expect a warmer day than it was today. We made it into the lower 80s, but some could even make it to the mid 80s tomorrow with some isolated rain showers in the afternoon along the coastline, but I think for the most part, we're going to be staying mostly dry. That cold front I was talking about swings through very early on New Year's Day. That'll bring drier and more, in my opinion, more pleasant conditions for the beginning of 2025. I guess it depends on your definition of more pleasant for South Florida. Cooler and drier weather. This is what I like to see. I also don't mind some sweater weather, and we could actually get that just in time for the weekend for our mornings. The afternoon should be fairly comfortable, but mild in the lower to mid 70s by the weekend time rolling around. Tomorrow's forecast has a bit of a foggy morning for us possible. 73 degrees by 9 o'clock, and then as we head into the afternoon, there's that 10% chance for a shower. I think it'll range from the late afternoon into the early evening. Ahead of those showers, we could see temperatures peak at around 83 in Miami. If we hit 84, we would actually tie the daily heat record. You can see it's warm across all of South Florida for the final day of 2024. It seems appropriate for how warm we've been really this year. As we take a look at the rain tracker, you can see that the morning and even around lunchtime should be mostly dry, maybe a stray shower in the Keys. By 5 o'clock, there's that 10% chance I was mentioning as it pushes out over the Atlantic. Then we should be good to go just in time for ringing in the new year, and then we will be nice and dry for January 1st. Take a more detailed look at your evening forecast for New Year's Eve. You'll notice a mild evening around dinner time in the mid 70s. By the time the ball drops, well, it'll be around 70 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Now, when can we expect even chillier weather? Well, look at this. Arctic air expected to dip well down into the United States as we make our way into the first couple of weeks of January, where you're seeing the magentas and pinks showing very cold Arctic air, and some of that cooler airs could actually make it into parts of Florida. I think we're going to have to wait till more the first to second week of January for us to feel a big cool down. Walking you through the 7-day forecast, you'll notice tomorrow will be our warmest day. We make it just shy of 80 degrees on New Year's Day, and then as we head toward the weekend, we start to cool off into the lower to mid 70s. I think this is going to be absolutely gorgeous for you. Mornings are going to be in the 50s for Saturday and Sunday, Jim.
Does sound good. Shane, thanks.